Actually, now that you bring in the Ferrari theme, that was my next question.
All right.
Can Ferrari get the full package before the year ends?
What do you mean by the full package?
So
Like the car? You mean?
no. Like when
Okay.
the full championship package. In order to win a championship, like I think in some years and perhaps many times in Formula One, there could be some years where like you don't need to be the best, like you don't need to be 100% on everything,
Yeah.
but if you have some good results, you can still win the championship. I don't know if any particular year comes to mind. For example, the Kimi Raikkonen year, I'm pretty sure Ferrari wasn't the fastest in 2007. They were like, the McLaren was definitely the fastest one
Oh, okay.
between Alonso and Hamilton. They just couldn't decide which driver to favor, and then Ferrari ended up winning it at the end. Um, like not always the best team wins it.
Mhm.
Not always the fastest car wins it, or you know, you don't need to
Yeah.
have the full package. But I think now in Formula One, you do need to have pretty much the full package in order to win uh, a championship. I think all the teams are
You mean
pretty
between
much there.
you mean the between the car, the strategy, and the driver? Is that what you mean
Yeah,
by a
yes, you
full
like
package?
you need the
Okay.
team, you need the
Mhm.
driver, you need the car, everything to work like symbiotic. So, oh, big board. Uh, in order to win the championship.
All right. Yeah. I mean, I do think it's a yeah. I think it's a big part. I guess it's just because it's so obvious with Ferrari that like that's what they're doing badly, or that like that's just what they do wrong. The strategy portion, and it's like they construct a good car, and actually they have a really good driver too, like one of the best. Um, but it's just this inconsistency in strategies and on messing up people's races and reliability, and then like sometimes your driver also spins out. So it's like eventually, I mean, like with so many mistakes, like I don't know, yeah, you kind of do need the full package. And at the moment, actually, Red Bull has pretty much everything. They have
Yep.
a really good, fast car, seems to be reliable. The team strategy is always on point. Actually, we're talking about this, the other time, where the like their calls are on point. They're like ballsy and they're quick and they're usually right also. Like I'm never like wondering why Red Bull did something. I'm always like, yeah, that's a good thing to try. I don't know. Like, yeah, you're trying something. And they're always like there. So I think they do in many ways have the best package. That being said, Mercedes is a formidable opponent. And when they're back, they don't have the car at the moment. But yeah, I think what you're saying is probably right, or the point that you're trying to make is that yeah, I think you do need the full package. There's
Like
really not a lot of error for mistakes.
like I feel like the only thing that Ferrari have at the moment is the car. They have probably the fastest car in the grid. Um, Overall, I thought that the Red Bull was a little bit better, but like even like on these tracks where like there are big straights, the Ferrari seems to be like
Seems to be
edging out
holding
the Red
on.
Bull. Yeah.
Yeah. Hmm.
And like the power tracks that we felt like we're going to favor Red Bull, the Ferrari has been really going at it, like Austria, Silverstone, um, I think Canada as well. I don't remember what happened in Canada. That one, and what was the one? And France, like, is a really big, like, has a lot of straights, and like the Ferrari just seems to win overall, even
Hmm.
though we thought that the Red Bull was gonna be better on those tracks.
Yeah.
So I do think that the one thing that they have is the car, but I don't think they have the driver. Like I think that Leclerc is a really fast driver, but like he's like victim of his own mistakes, you
Mistakes.
know?
Yeah, I mean, okay, yes, but I don't know. At the end of the day, you kind of have to see the positives for where they are. I mean, like you kind of do expect this from Ferrari this year because it's the first year like that they haven't been third for a while, at least 2 or 3 years. So they're trying to get back into like a nice, championship winning car. If you told them last year that they're going from third to second, I think they would have been not happy with that. I mean, it's good to climb up, into the few places, and then maybe next year they come back and with a good package as well, since they have a little bit more funding. So I don't know. I mean, I just think that's how the game goes. I mean,
Yeah.
you can evolve and you have to take your wins.
There is something that Ferrari does that I don't know if it's the right approach, although I do think that it has seemed to work for them in the past. And in the past, I mean, only in the Michael Schumacher era, and not even all that much. And what I mean by that is that if I look at Red Bull, who is the number one driver? Verstappen.
Verstappen, yeah.
Red Bull and Christian Horner will do anything for Max Verstappen. Anything,
Yeah.
you know? Verstappen can get mad, and then they'll be like, I'm sorry, Max. Like, like the DRS doesn't work in Spain. It's like, and he's like, I'm pressing the fucking thing like a million times and the DRS won't open. And they're like, yeah, Max, sorry, we're looking into it. Try to press it only once. We'll fix it. Like, it's pretty much that. When Hamilton, like if you look at Mercedes and Lewis Hamilton, Hamilton ends 13 or 14, whatever, in Imola. And then Toto is like, I'm sorry, Lewis, the car is a piece of shit and you shouldn't, we're going to get this better. We're going to get you there. I'm sorry. This is unacceptable. All of it seems like same. I think for McLaren, Lando is like, whatever you need, Lando, we're gonna get you there. For Alonso, whatever, Fernando, we're gonna like. It seems like all the teams favor their number one drivers a lot and like really prioritize them. And I think in Ferrari that's not the case. In Ferrari, the team is above everybody else. Everybody has to favor the team, including the drivers that are working for the team.
Yeah.
And I think that that's the incorrect approach. As big as your like brand is, the reason you're not going to win championships is because you're prioritizing yourself over the people that are going to get you there.
Yeah. And what I mean, the rumors that actually were going on last year, I don't know if it's the same is the case anymore. Well, okay, so I mean, to start with, in 2019, I mean, Binotto clearly said that he wanted to favor Vettel over Leclerc, but then like that immediately like backfired when like in the first race of the fucking season
when Leclerc was just going faster than Vettel.
Leclerc is it's just like passing Vettel on Bahrain on like lap 11, and it's like. And like not even trying that hard, like he just like went off after that. And it's kind of like, I mean, immediately you were like, why is he? Maybe there should be like a level playing field now. Like, let's see who is the better driver for a little bit. And then, well, Vettel left, and then Leclerc was left. But then Carlos Sainz came, and apparently, like the rumors last year was that Binotto was favoring Sainz, like the Sainz input over Charles Leclerc, and like. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I can't verify that. I mean, they said that the rumors are not true, but it's like, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if it was. For some reason, I feel like Ferrari always.
Yeah, I think the issue is that
Leclerc for some reason.
I think the issue is that Sainz is better, perhaps more vocal about what the car needs, what the strategy needs, and I don't see Leclerc doing that. Leclerc is just the fastest driver out there. But if you ask him for feedback, he's like, I don't know, man. Like, I turn and the car turns.
Yeah, I mean, and I think that's the problem with, I don't know, the Leclerc, because he's like really nice, like about it, and like also it's not his job to think about the strategy. Like, I mean, I wish he would do like what Sainz is doing, but Sainz is kind of just like going rogue in decisions. And like it's working out because like the team are like
the team's decisions are so non like efficient.
Right, and even as a driver, without the information, you kind of like, no, that doesn't feel right. Leclerc doesn't do that. He kind of just trusts that the team knows what they're doing because they're supposed to know what they're doing. And when they don't, it's kind of like Leclerc ends up like went from one to fourth. Like I don't know. So
In more than one occasion in Monaco,
in
in
Monaco
Silverstone.
and in Silverstone, yeah, yeah, um,
Like,
yeah. No, well,
so
so that was it on that.
yeah, with I think like just still on the subject, I feel like when Ferrari put themselves above the driver, like it's been like that for many years. I think like Ferrari was notorious in like, I mean, I don't know, I want to say Niki Lauda or is it Alan Prost? Like one of them talked shit about Ferrari and they fired them. It's like you're not allowed to be in our team. Like, can you imagine that if Leclerc is like, oh, my team is not doing very well, I don't know what they're doing, and it's like you're fired. I don't know
Yeah.
if Ferrari can actually afford to do that. Can they?
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they did, if I'm gonna be honest. I mean, I don't know. Those people are very proud, and but the thing is, like,
Like,
I don't think
have you
Leclerc
seen
would do that. You
have you
know?
seen Binotto interviews? Like, well, I don't think Leclerc would do it, but I think it's because he loves Ferrari a
Yeah,
lot.
exactly.
He wouldn't say. I don't think he's the kind of guy that would say like that about a team that he really loves. He's not Montoya in that aspect.
Yeah,
uh,
yeah,
but Binotto, like it feels like every time that they make a mistake, they never own up to their mistakes. You know, it's like, oh yeah, we messed up on Charles. It's like, no, they just say like, yeah, that's unfortunate. Charles went, but like we're happy for Carlos. And then like, bro, own up that you fucked up. Why is it so hard for Ferrari to accept that they made mistakes when the entire audience of Formula One can see them making mistakes left and right?
yeah,
So like we talked about like the package of of Ferrari. The car is really fast. They can really build a really fast car. The driver is not there, but the driver is really fast. And then the other thing is the thing is that they prioritize themselves over the driver. But also the other thing that I feel like they lack is decision making. They're not, for some reason they can't think and make decisions fast. I don't know if it's the personality of Binotto. For
I mean,
example, Arrivabene was really decisive.
mhm.
Um,
I feel like that. I think is what I said, that the more the time goes on, the less I like Binotto as the team general for Ferrari. I just
yeah,
don't. I don't see him as the true, like a true determined leader to try to win with.
yeah.
Like
I
it's
think
just a
the
guy
guy
that
can
knows
build a
things.
really fast car, and I think
Yeah,
the guy can organize the team. But I think his personality needs time to think what the right call is. I don't think he's a guy that can think on the fly as to what like they need.
yeah,
And I don't also see him surrounding himself with people that can do that over him. Or I don't
mhm,
know if the people that can do that over him are too scared to speak over him because
yeah.
he's like such a nice guy. Like I think Binotto is like an incredibly nice guy,
Yeah, I don't know.
but
Actually, I was listening to him speak the other day, and I was like, I don't know. He doesn't sound that nice to me.
that
He
nice.
sounds like
Oh, he's just
he,
passive.
yeah, he's just like very, I don't know, maybe slow moving or something.
Yeah.
But he's not. I don't know. In my opinion, he's kind of like too businessy or something, too calculated. And it's more like, I don't
And
know,
in
like,
Formula One, it's good to have that calculation, but you also need to think on the fly and really fast. Like I'm not a fan of Gunther Steiner, for example, but the guy can think real fast. He knows
yeah,
how to make a decision when it needs to be made. Same
or
with
like
Christian Horner. I don't like Christian Horner, but the dude will make a call in a
he
split
delivers.
second.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and same with Toto. Like, I mean, the guy, he's been nothing but like exceptional. Not only is he like a great team principal in the sense that like he just makes the right decisions, but also like he's really good with people and with the drivers and understanding what like they need and how they can win. He really understands everything about it. Whereas like Binotto, I feel like he's just there to like build a nice car, and like that's all, you know, like
Yep.
well
Like I
that
said,
is
they prioritize themselves over the drivers. It's like the driver is here. He's like he should be like thankful that we're allowing him to drive our car.
yeah.
And that's the aura that I get from Ferrari. And like their calls are so indecisive in Monaco and Silverstone when they leave Leclerc out for whatever reason. Also, in this one, like they're talking to Carlos Sainz. Like I don't know what the fuck they were doing.
Oh yeah, that was so bad. It's like even the commentators were to the point where they were like, "Why are you saying that right now? Don't you like the guy's in the middle of like battling Perez, like literally like fighting corner to corner, and you're like telling him to pit, and which like he was already getting past the pit lane, and it's like, what the fuck is going on? Like,
Yeah, and they take so long. Like Ferrari needed to come to a decision with Carlos Sainz, where like we pit you right now so you can try to catch up to them, so you have enough laps.
yeah,
Or we allow you to pass Perez and try to hold on for dear life for the best position
yeah,
that you can.
break out of the 5 seconds. Yeah,
Yeah, that you can just make it. That those were the two decisions, and they chose a third one that wasn't in part of the decisions. They allow him to pass Perez, and then after he passed them, pit him. Like I don't understand.
It's like especially in France that has like such a long pit straight also.
I think they made it longer this year as well.
They made it even longer. Yeah, it's like why is what sense does that make? Like he's not gonna, there's only like 10 laps left. There's no way he can ever catch up. And like he was already in a different tire compound, which it seemed like it was going faster than the Red Bull. So why not just let him go through, and like yeah, if the tires give out in like 5 laps, well fine, he gets passed, and then he gets passed, but maybe by Russell too, and then boom, that's it, that's the end. But like instead they did like this other weird strategy. I think he actually managed to get back to fifth place, which is I think where he would have ended up if the tires had gone out. So I mean, in that sense, it's not that bad, but it's just very revealing that like had it been any other situation, Ferrari would have lost out once again by doing something really stupid, really random, and just like perceivably a bad decision by everybody.
They just take so long to make the decision.
Yeah,
it has to be really fast. Like we could all tell for like about a lap or two, Ferrari need to pit Sainz now or leave him out. And then those 2 laps went by, and we're like, okay, they're gonna leave him out, and then they pit him. So you like, I don't know how you missed those 2-3 laps where like we're like, okay, this is what's going, and then you're like, oh, I don't know. It's like, I don't know if they're playing like next level poker. It's like you didn't see this coming.
And then I mean they put him on like a set of hards, but I don't know why they wouldn't go with mediums or even soft at that point. I don't know.
If there's only like 9 laps left, yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. That's also bizarre. So, but anyways, I think that's good on Ferrari.
So yeah, that was the Ferrari rant. I think, can they get the full package before the end of the year? I don't see it.
I would say yeah.
But maybe over time they will get there. I think over time, Leclerc can probably iron some of this stuff out. It'll be really good experience for him to be like
competing for a championship.
It's better if I lose 7 points, like if I end second, than if I lose all 25.
Yeah.
You know, I think that's something that Verstappen has ironed out of his driving. I think for like 5-6 years, Verstappen was just like crazy.
Yeah.
Just throwing himself there. And now he's just solid. Mm-hmm. I think Leclerc needs to learn that. And I don't know if Ferrari can ever get out of their own, their heads out of their own ass and start saying that they cannot win the championship. Like the fact that they won with Michael Schumacher is like, I think Ferrari respected Michael a lot more than the team, and Michael brought him a lot of glory, and that's why he was so good. But unless like Ferrari can get back to that where like they respect the driver that is leading them, I don't know if they can ever get the full package. I don't like their current philosophy. It's just been too many years.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was the Ferrari rant.
All right.